Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Power Fabric Longwear High Cover Foundation by Giorgio Armani. I don't know if you remember last week as I was reviewing the Luminous Silk, which I've been a believer on for years. I love that foundation, but this new one came out and I said I wanted to give it a try. And I was basically waiting for my Luminous Silk to run out so I can go and give this a try. And if I liked it, okay, well, I'll buy this one. If I don't, then I would just refill up on my Armani Luminous Silk. So I went and tried it out yesterday, and let me show you. This is, I normally like to try out products for about a month before I review them or say if I like them or not, because sometimes the first try doesn't go that great, and so I like to give it another try. But this, I put this on this morning and I was like, oh my gosh. My husband was talking to me and I was like, oh wow. He goes, is it too thick? You put too much on? I was like, no, it's just, wow, okay. This is really covering. I have horrible dark circles under my eyes, and so I use concealer. I didn't used to. I just, yeah, I just didn't used to before I got into makeup and everything. I would just put some foundation on and just walk out. No mascara, just, okay, I covered the bases. I was that person. But as I learned more about makeup, concealer is kind of great. But do you see that? Do you see that way that just went into my skin and it gives it a nice matte finish? One thing that this doesn't do, like the Luminous Silk gives, hence the name, a luminosity to some extent. But this went on just so beautifully. And as I guys told you in my last video, I was hoping I wouldn't have to use as much concealer underneath my eyes, and I didn't. This just lays well. I've been wearing it all day. I walk to different places, and oh yeah, I really like this foundation. I would say though that it is good to have the Luminous Silk and this one, so that in times where you're just looking for something on the lighter side and not necessarily a full face of makeup, that would be great. You can add some sparkly or some bronzer. I don't know what bronzer is, but you can add some bronzer or some highlighter, which I add some highlighter normally to the tops of my cheeks. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like this a lot. And the fact that with this one, it has a SPF in it. The Luminous Silk does not come with a SPF. So you would need to put some sunscreen underneath or something of that nature, except I'm bad with that. I've never really used sunscreen unless I'm going to the beach or swimming or something like that, which, you know, I don't do very often. But you're supposed to use something with sunscreen every day to protect against the sun and all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys are better than me. I haven't tried this with the beauty blender. I'm having difficulty talking today, obviously. I haven't tried this with the beauty blender yet, but maybe if since this is thicker, it'll do better with the beauty blender. Yeah, this is a little bit thicker than the Luminous Silk foundation. I actually did not set this with powder. So sometimes with the Luminous Silk, it would fade away after a while if I didn't set it with powder, because I wanted to keep that luminous feel, that luminous look. And if I set it with powder, it kind of dulls that. With this, because it has a matte look, yeah, I haven't set it with powder, and I've been wearing it for about 5 to 6 hours, and it still has this matte look. I really like this because I don't feel like I'm wearing makeup. You know how sometimes you get those full coverage foundations and you're like, man, I feel like I have a pack of makeup on. I I like one of the foundations I used to use when I was really young, and I was all about, oh, I get to, my parents finally let me wear makeup. I was in high school and I got Derma Blend. Derma Blend is a nice, I actually do like some of their products, but it's a thicker, full coverage. It covers tattoos, it covers a lot of stuff. And so I got Derma Blend for my first makeup when at that age, I didn't have any blemishes really. It was just, I'm getting the thickest makeup I can because I want people to see that I can wear makeup now. And of course, I don't know if any of you guys did this. I bought my favorite color. I bought a bright red lipstick and put that on with the Derma Blend. No mascara, I just put red lipstick on and packed on the Derma Blend and I went to school. Let's not talk about what a mess I looked and how people looked at me. But I love the fact that this does not feel heavy or thick. And including tax, I believe I paid $70. Was it worth the $70? Yeah, obviously I think it's worth $70 because I've purchased the Luminous Silk foundation for the same amount for the past few years. I love this foundation. I would recommend it. And it may not be for some of you, but the best part is that it does have, Armani has this one and the Luminous Silk. So if you don't like the thickness, if you like the thinner, and you like the sheer to more medium coverage, then that would be your Luminous Silk. Whereas this is medium to full coverage, that would be this. So you have a nice spectrum of things. I have it in the number 8. So it was the same color for me as Luminous Silk. I know some people said this ran dark for them, but it's the same color for me. Sorry about my hair. My hair gets everywhere. I have curly hair, so it gets everywhere. It's always shedding. But I would definitely say this Power Fabric Foundation is awesome and I love it. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you like this video, if you like these types of videos, please like and subscribe. Let me know what some of the things you guys want to see or want to hear me talk about. And until our next conversation,